Hello, Ari. I hope you're having a great afternoon, and I'm glad we get to start today's first lesson together. Are you ready to jump in and get talking?
Let's get started. This morning I volunteered to clean the park near my place.
That sounds wonderful. It's great that you volunteered to help clean the park. What made you decide to take part in the park cleanup today?
I heard that people supposed to clean the park, and to be honest, I was not going to clean the park with them, but I don't know, for some reason I really wanted to help them.
Thank you for sharing your honest feelings. Sometimes we don't plan to do something, but when the moment comes, we feel motivated to join in. It's nice that you listened to that feeling and decided to help. How did you feel while you were cleaning the park with the others? Did you enjoy working together, or did you find it tiring?
I'm so tired, but it was happy tired, and there's something volunteering that makes me feel that I'm doing something special.
That's a lovely way to describe it. Happy tired. Volunteering often gives us a sense of satisfaction, even if it's hard work. I understand what you mean about feeling like you're doing something special. Here's a natural way to say your sentence: I'm so tired, but it's a happy kind of tired. There's something about volunteering that makes me feel like I'm doing something special. Would you like to try saying that in your own words? Or is there something else about volunteering you'd like to talk about?
I was not going to do that, but I changed my mind. So it was a spontaneous decision.
That's a great way to express it. Here's a slightly more natural version. I wasn't planning to do it, but I changed my mind, so it was a spontaneous decision. Your use of spontaneous decision is perfect here. Have you made other spontaneous decisions recently, or was this unusual for you?
To be honest, I'm indecisive person, so I tend to change my mind very quickly.
By the way, you haven't scheduled your next lesson. Let's do it right now. If you change your mind, you can set your reminder in the Profile tab. That's a very natural way to express your feelings. Just a small correction for clarity. To be honest, I'm an indecisive person, so I tend to change my mind very quickly. It's quite common to feel that way. Sometimes being flexible can be a good thing too. Do you find that being indecisive affects your daily life, or is it usually not a problem?
My husband is annoying that I'm too indecisive.
Thank you for sharing that. Here's a more natural way to say your sentence. My husband gets annoyed that I'm too indecisive. It can be challenging when our habits are different from our partners. Does he usually make decisions quickly? Or is he just a little more decisive than you?
He sometimes he had to change his schedule because of my indecisive characteristic.
Thank you for sharing. Here's a natural way to say your sentence. Sometimes he has to change his schedule because of my indecisiveness. It sounds like he is quite understanding. Has this ever caused any big problems? Or do you both usually find a way to work it out?
So far, bad problem didn't happen. So far, we don't have any problem.
That's good to hear. You could also say, so far we haven't had any problems. This sounds a bit more natural. It's great that you and your husband can adjust to each other's personalities. Do you think your differences help you balance each other out?
There's no doubt.
That's a clear and confident answer. You could also say, there's no doubt about it, or definitely.
Definitely.
Both are natural ways to agree strongly.
Definitely.
In what ways do you think you and your husband balance each other? For example, do you help him relax, or does he help you make decisions?
His blood is O, type O, but he is definitely type A. And the other hand, my blood is A, type A, but my personality likes type O.
That's an interesting way to compare your personalities. Here's a more natural way to say it. His blood type is O, but his personality is definitely like type A. On the other hand, my blood type is A, but my personality is more like type O. Many people in Japan talk about blood types and personalities. Do you think these types really match people's personalities? Or is it just for fun?
Sometimes people's blood type is really showing their personality.
That's a good way to express your idea. Here's a slightly more natural version. Sometimes a person's blood type really matches their personality. Do you enjoy talking about blood types with your friends or family? Or do you think it's more interesting to learn about personality in other ways?
Anyway, I want to use work up on appetite.
Thank you for your sentence. I think you want to use a phrase with work up an appetite. The natural phrase is work up an appetite, which means to do something, like exercise or activity, that makes you feel hungry. For example, I worked up an appetite by cleaning the park this morning. Would you like to try making a sentence with work up an appetite?
I chose the sentence, you need to stop getting in your own way.
That's an interesting sentence. You need to stop getting in your own way means someone is making things harder for themselves, often by overthinking or not taking action. Would you like to practice using this phrase in a situation?
I spiral about everything.
Thank you for...
No, I spiral about everything.
Thank you for clarifying. I spiral about everything means you often overthink or worry, and your thoughts go around and around. Here's a natural way to say it. I tend to spiral about everything.
Spiral.
Or I often spiral when I have a lot on my mind.
Spiral.
Is there something in particular that makes you spiral? Or does it happen with all kinds of situations?
Is there something in particular that makes you spiral? When I have a lot on my plate at work.
That's a very natural way to say it. When I have a lot on my plate at work, I tend to spiral. This means you feel overwhelmed or stressed when you have many tasks or responsibilities. Do you have any strategies that help you calm down or manage stress when work gets busy?
I tend to eat my feelings with some sweet.
Thank you for sharing honestly. Here's a more natural way to say your sentence. I tend to eat my feelings with something sweet. Or, I tend to eat sweets when I'm feeling stressed. Many people use food to comfort themselves when they're stressed. Do you have a favorite sweet treat that helps you feel better?
When I feel tired or overwhelmed, I tend to visit the convenience store because they always have the best selections for like such a good price.
That's a great explanation. Here's a slightly more natural version. When I feel tired or overwhelmed, I tend to visit the convenience store because they always have the best selection at such a good price. Convenience stores are really helpful for a quick treat. Is there a particular snack or sweet you usually buy when you go?
This time of year, we can find chocolate mint something chocolate.
That sounds delicious. Here's a natural way to say your sentence. This time of year, you can find a lot of chocolate mint snacks.
No.
Chocolate mint is a popular flavor for many people. Do you have a favorite chocolate mint snack, or do you like to try different ones each time?
I choose different ones because there's always different things that you can find.
That's a nice way to say it. Here's a slightly smoother version. I choose different ones because there are always new things to try. It's fun to discover something new each time. Have you found any especially interesting or unique chocolate mint snacks recently?
By the way, I feel very difficult to pronounce the word tend to.
Thank you for telling me. Tend to can be tricky because the sounds connect quickly.
Tend to.
Here's a tip. Try saying 10 and 2 together, almost like 10 duh. The D and T blend a little. Would you like to practice repeating after me? Please say, I tend to eat sweets when I'm stressed.
Tend to eat.
Let me know if you'd like more help or if you want to try another sentence.
I tend to eat. Tend to eat. Tend to eat. I tend to eat. 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 And I also think difficult to pronounce the word spiral.
Thank you for sharing that. Spiral can be difficult because of the SP and R sounds together. Here's a tip.
Spiral.
First, say spy, like a secret agent.
Spy.
Then add rule at the end. Spy rule.
Spiral.
Would you like to try saying,
Spiral.
I tend to spiral when I have a lot on my plate? Let me know if you want to practice more, or if you'd like help with another word.
I tend to spiral when I have a lot on my plate. I'm so predictable. I'm so predictable.
That's a very natural sentence. I'm so predictable means people can often guess what you will do or choose. Do you feel it's a good thing to be predictable, or would you like to surprise people sometimes?
Predictable. I don't want to push my boundary. I'd like to be predictable. I don't want to push my boundaries.
Thank you for sharing your feelings. Here's a natural way to say your sentence, I like being predictable. I don't want to push my boundaries. It's perfectly okay to feel comfortable with routines and what you know. Do you think being predictable helps you feel safe and relaxed in daily life?
Yeah, being predictable needs less energy than spontaneous.
That's a great point. Here's a slightly more natural version. Yeah, being predictable takes less energy than being spontaneous. Having routines can make life feel easier. Are there any times when you enjoy being spontaneous, or do you prefer to keep things the same most of the time?
I don't know how to say 余裕がある.
That's a good question. Yuyu ga aru can be translated in a few ways, depending on the situation. In English, you might say, I have some extra time. I have room to spare. I'm not in a rush. I feel relaxed. I have some leeway. I'm not pressed for time. For example, I have some extra time this afternoon, so I can help you. Or I feel relaxed today because I'm not busy. Would you like to try making a sentence using one of these phrases?
I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. I learned a new phrase that in all of my years of living.
Great. That's a nice phrase to use for talking about your experiences. Here's a slightly more natural way to use it. In all my years of living, I've never tried chocolate mint ice cream. Or, in all my years of living, I've never seen such a beautiful park. Would you like to try making a sentence with in all my years of living?
Please give me some example sentences.
Of course. Here are some example sentences using in all my years of living. 1.
All my years.
In all my years of living, I've never met anyone as kind as her. 2. In all my years of living, I've never tasted such delicious cake. 3. In all my years of living, I've never seen so much snow. 4. In all my years of living, I've never been to a concert that exciting. 5. In all my years of living, I've never found a store with better prices. Would you like to try making your own sentence with this phrase?
I've been studying English for many years, but in my all years of living, I've never had dream in English.
Thank you for your sentence. Here's a more natural way to say it. I've been studying English for many years, but in all my years of living, I've never had a dream in English. That's a very interesting observation. Some people say they start dreaming in English after a long time of studying. Do you think you would notice if you had a dream in English, or do you usually remember your dreams?
I usually remember my dreams, especially happy story.
That's a nice way to say it. Here's a slightly smoother version. I usually remember my dreams, especially if they have a happy story. It's wonderful to wake up with a good feeling from a happy dream. Do you have a favorite dream or a dream that made you feel especially happy?
Please teach me one phrase.
Of course, here's a useful phrase: take it easy. We say take it easy to tell someone to relax, not worry or rest. For example, you've been working hard. Take it easy this weekend. Would you like to try making a sentence with take it easy?
I'm taking it easy for the rest of the day after a long day.
That's a great sentence. Very natural and clear. I'm taking it easy for the rest of the day after a long day. You could also say, I'm going to take it easy for the rest of the day because I had a long day. Do you have a favorite way to relax when you take it easy? For example, do you like to watch TV, read, or just rest?
This day, I just want to sleep.
That's very natural. You could also say, these days all I want to do is sleep. Sometimes, getting enough rest is the best way to take care of yourself. Do you feel more refreshed after you sleep, or do you still feel tired?
I still feel sleep.
Thank you for your answer. A more natural way to say this is, I still feel sleepy, or I still feel tired, even after I sleep. Sometimes, even with rest, it's hard to feel fully refreshed. Do you think stress or a busy schedule is making you feel this way?
Absolutely. Definitely.
Thank you. Please share your summary whenever you're ready. I'm looking forward to hearing it.
And by the way, tomorrow, my older daughter is turning 7 years old.
How exciting! Your older daughter is turning 7 tomorrow. That's a special milestone. Are you planning anything to celebrate her birthday?
What is special milestone?
Great question. A special milestone means an important event or achievement in someone's life. For example, birthdays like turning 7, graduating from school, or starting a new job are all special milestones. So, your daughter's 7th birthday is a special milestone because it marks another year of growing up. Would you like to try using milestone in a sentence?
What is the meaning of milestone?
A milestone is an important event or stage in life, work, or progress. It's like a big step or achievement that you remember. For example, a birthday, graduation, or getting your first job can be called a milestone. Would you like to try making a sentence with milestone?
Milestone comes from stone something.
Yes, that's right. The word milestone originally comes from real stones placed along roads to show distance, like milestones marking each mile. Over time, people started using milestone to mean any important point or achievement in life or work. Would you like to try using milestone in a sentence about yourself or your family?
Now I understand the meaning.
I'm glad to hear that. Understanding new words makes conversations much easier. If you'd like, you can try making a sentence with milestone, or let me know if there's another word or phrase you want to practice.
When I studied English, I watch YouTube channel and I pick up some phrase that I want to use, and after that I record blog. But I always feel I should have used some phrase on my notebook, but I couldn't. I always regret it. So why I couldn't do that?
Thank you for sharing your experience so honestly. Here's a more natural way to say your story. When I studied English, I watched YouTube channels and picked up some phrases that I wanted to use. After that, I recorded a vlog, but I always felt I should have used some of the phrases from my notebook, but I couldn't. I always regretted it. So why couldn't I do that? This is a very common feeling for language learners. When you're speaking naturally, it's hard to remember and use new phrases right away because your mind is focused on many things at once, like grammar, pronunciation, and what you want to say next. It takes practice for new phrases to become automatic. Do you want some tips for remembering and using new phrases when you speak?
How do you pronounce regulated it? Regulated.
Great question. Regulated. It is pronounced like this. Regulated it.
No, I said regulated. 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 I said regret it.
Thank you for clarifying.
Regret.
Thank you. Regret is pronounced regret.
Regret.
Here's how to break it down.
Regret.
Like the beginning of river.
Regret.
Gret rhymes with get.
Regret.
Would you like to practice using regret in a sentence?
Regret.
For example,
I wanna practice the past word regret.
of course, when you use regret in the past, you usually say regretted. For
Regretted.
example, yesterday I regretted not bringing an
Regretted.
umbrella. Would you like to try making your own
Regretted.
sentence with regretted?
How do you pronounce the word regretted? Regretted.
Great question. Regretted is pronounced regretted. Here's how to break it down. Like the start of river. Gret rhymes with get.
Regret.
ID sounds like did. So regretted. Would you like to try saying it in a
Regretted.
sentence? For example, I regretted eating too much cake.
Regretted. I regretted.
Let me know if you want to practice more
regretted.
or need help with another
I
word.
regretted. How do you pronounce the phrase regretted it?
Good question. Regretted it is pronounced regretted it. When you say it quickly, the ed at the end of regretted and the it blend together a little, so it sounds like regretted it. Would you like to try saying, I regretted it? Or do you want to practice using regretted it in a longer sentence?
It's so difficult.
I understand. It really can be difficult. Pronunciation and using new phrases take time and practice, so please don't worry. You're doing very well by asking questions and trying out new words.
So please say the word 4 times. Be ready.
Of course. Here's regretted it 4 times, slowly and clearly. Regretted it, regretted it, regretted it, regretted it. Would you like to try repeating after me, or practice using it in a sentence?
Regretted, 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 regret, regretted, 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 regulated, regulated, regulated. Please, one more again. Regretted.
Absolutely. Here's regretted it 4 more times. Regretted it, regretted it, regretted it, regretted it. Would you like to try saying it now? Or would you like to practice with another word or phrase?
Regretted, regretted, it. Regretted it. Regretted, regretted it. Regretted it. Regretted. Regretted it. Regret, regretted.
Great. Here's how to pronounce them. Degrade, degraded, degraded, degrade.
Regret, regretted.
Excellent.
Please say regret and regretted.
Of course, here they are. Regret, regretted. Would you like to try saying them? Or would you like to practice?
Regretted. Regret, regretted.
Great job. Your pronunciation practice sounds good. If you'd like, you can try making a sentence with regret or regretted. For example, I regret not studying harder.
I regretted. I regretted it. Please say regretted it.
Of course. Here it is, spoken clearly. Regretted it. Would you like to repeat after me or use
Regretted it.
That's exactly right. You regretted it is a natural and correct sentence. If you
Regret, regretted, regretted it.
Excellent.
I regretted. I regret. I regretted. I regretted it. I regretted it. I regret. I regret. I regret. I regretted. I regret it. I regret it. I regretted 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 it.
Your pronunciation practice is very good. Repeating the word helps make it feel more natural. Would you like to try saying regretted it a few times or use regretted in a sentence? If there's another word or phrase you want to practice, just let me know.
Regretted. Regretted it. Regretted it. Regret it. Regretted it. Regret. Regretted. Regret it. Regretted it. Regretted it. It's like a dream come true. It's like a dream come true. It's like totally different. It's like totally different. It looks like It looks like it's gonna rain. My eyes feels itchy. My eyes feel itchy. My eyes feel itchy because of hay fever. This stage of life is brief. This stage of life is brief. They won't be little forever. They won't be little forever. It's painful to give up my own time. It's painful to give up own time. Cross the finish line. Cross the finish line. The last day, the day will come when the day will come when the day will come. I didn't feel like going straight home today. I didn't feel like going straight home today. I've been trying to save money, but today's an exception. I guess today's an exception. Today is a cheat day for my budget. Everything turn out fine in the end. Everything will turn out fine in the end. I must be crazy. It's fun to talk about what if scenarios. How much you enjoy your work depends on your coworkers. At the end of the day, I decided to join a gym to get into shape. No matter the price, I'll do whatever it takes to win. It inspires me to try new things. I've learned my lesson. I can't get them anywhere in store. They are always sold out. It's really nothing special. She get offended very easily. Please don't be offended. I'm very easily influenced by what I see on social media. If I were to rank them, it's 9 out of 10. I don't think I'll be coming out the store without any box in my hand. I've heard of that before. There's no need to rush. To avoid the morning rush, I already started getting the lunch ready. Exercising is good for your body, but you should do it in moderation. As long as drinking coffee is fine, as long as you have it in moderation. I can't imagine my life without music. Learning English. Everything you need to learn English is just at your fingers. It's hard to stay on top of things when you have two young children. It's hard to stay on top of things. Back in the day, there's a time and a place for everything. She is very sensitive kid. No one was crying except for my kids during the ceremony. Preparation is a key to enjoying the travel. I have a pretty full schedule today. Full schedule today. I'm gonna take it easy this weekend. I treated myself to a delicious cake. I'm gonna stay home and catch up some chores. You should leave early in the morning to beat the crowds. Beat the crowds. I'm very cautious about spending too much money. I'm very cautious about spending too much money. I'm very preoccupied with work these days. I'm very preoccupied with work these days. I don't have any memories about this. I need to keep it under control with them before the problem gets any bigger. I don't I don't like pushing my boundaries. I don't like pushing my boundaries. We have some boundaries about using a smartphone at the dinner table. Some boundaries. Uh, Story of my life. She tried her best to keep her emotions under control during the meeting more than anyone else. I I was I wasn't think about it that way. I've never thought about it that way, but it's a fresh perspective. It's hard to come up with a menu that my kids will eat in the first place without any hesitation. I have some hesitation about buying such an expensive bag. At the point, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we have for dinner as long as we are all together. It doesn't matter what we have for dinner. I try to sneak in the sneak into the house without waking my family. Don't try to sneak a peek, but I cannot fathom. It's hard to fathom. I'm very preoccupied with blah blah. It's not necessarily a bad thing to stay inside. Expensive clothes are not necessarily better. They are already making preparation for their wedding next month. I don't like shopping in big crowds. I couldn't be happier with my new job. I can put into words how happy it makes how happy it makes me. How happy it makes me. Check remaining milk before you go to the store. Check remaining stock. I feel much better after organizing the storage. Have you finished changing seasonal clothes? My eyelash usually lasts for a month. It's not perfect, but they will do. I'm trying to eat healthy, but my cravings always go back to pizza. It is a little frightening for me. I'm really just saying that to myself. I'm definitely out of shape. One of my pet peeves is when people don't say thank you. I've been dying to finish this book. I just taking it in. She didn't stare me wrong. My mood is instantly boosted by a cup of hot coffee in the morning. It was it was it was quite a revelation for me. I can't believe how it works well. How well it works. I can't believe how well it works. It brings me it's like nostalgic. It's always like nostalgic. It's always like nostalgic. I was surprised how well it worked. I need a few minutes to decompress after the long meeting. That was a mandatory. I just taking in the salty wave and the sound of wave. People with special needs and disability. I didn't know anything about that. Going through the illness made me not take for granted all the time I have with my family. I'm afraid that it's gonna rain today. I'm starting to worry that I made the wrong decision. Seeing my kids smile is the best of all my rewards. They are always coming out with new ones. If you live in Tokyo, there's a lot of noise pollution that you have to get used to it. There's a lot of noise pollution. I just got a hunch that she's gonna call me today. It's very cool inside the store because they have the AC running. It's very pleasing to my eyes. Let's cut the chase. I've been looking for a bag that can hold a lot. I feel like a wreck. When I make a small mistake at work, I tend to spiral about everything. My thoughts are all over the place. Her emotions were all over the place. He is very social and loved to be around people all the time. Nobody likes that. I'll still use it even when it breaks someday. I update my household account book on a regular basis. What you are saying is true in a sense. I had to sacrifice my sleep to finish the report. I'm not willing to sacrifice my family time for a promotion. Now that the big project is over, I don't know what to do with myself. I should use this time to my advantage. Better late than never. My left eye feels itchy, weird, strange. There's something wrong with my left eye. It feels itchy and a little swollen. I can't stand the pain. The pain is unbearable. I'm not the kind of person who gets headache often. I was surprised at myself. It's hard to get back to my normal routine after having a long holiday. My brain couldn't keep up with work. I should do exercise. You should do exercise, but start slowly without overdoing it. I have literally nothing planned. It was a spontaneous decision. I love being spontaneous. I find myself saying that I'm too busy these days. Show show appreciation. Show appreciation. I wanna give a shout out to my family. Improving English is all about constancy. It's a little bit of both. She is very passionate about her work. She is very passionate about hard work. I like to think we are friends. He he has a he has a very laid back personality. My wife keeps nagging me to go to the dentist. The news blew my mind. The price blew my mind. My prayers were answered. I am so type A, so I have to plan every minute of my vacation. For once, I decided to go with the flow. I kept this toy solely for nostalgic purposes, even though it's broken. It's nice to just sit here and reminisce for a while. Let me get sentimental. Something about me. I would always go to the cafe after work. I used to go all the time. This is my favorite things to do ever. I I did stumble upon this. Golf is the last thing I've ever expect myself to enjoy. I've ever expected. The more I practice public speaking, the more I understand how difficult it is, and you kinda come to enjoy it. The weather determines my mood. That's a shame. Don't let what other people think get in the way. I wanted to go for a run, but the rain got in the way. Kids are kids are kids are always curious about everything around them. Sometimes a weird feeling comes up. What is the point of I'm wondering what the point of studying English in the morning is. Push myself so hard. Go easy on me. Something about me that I'm not proud of is it feels absurd. I had a coupon, so I got a good deal on the food. I got a great deal on the food. I went there and tried it. It changed my mind. It proved me wrong. It totally changed my perspective. It completely changed. That's a perk. I just got back from seeing my daughter off. Complicated feeling. It's a complicated feeling. Bittersweet feelings. Check me out. Hear me out. I better not. Here's how I justify myself. Justify this. A punch card. While the laundry is going. While the microwave is running. My mood is always lifted. Not too bad. These are things that I bought. I'm upset with myself. These cookies are fresh out of the oven. Doughy, and sticky. Chewy. Uh, worth every penny. Worth the effort. I'm more excited about it than my kids are. My regular supermarket. You have no idea how much I've been looking forward to it. I can't wait for today. My plans today is all about Sanrio. Life is not all about money. It helps me. It helps me more. It helps me be more patient with my family. I could be gentle with my family. I never thought I would get into Sanrio. It's a little bit chilly. I'm done with spending my money. I'm done with spending my money. I'm done with this weather. It was last minute. The past week, I desperately needed a pick me up after a long day. It feels like throwing the money out under the drain. Throwing money under the drain. Everything adds up. I was so exhausted because I was stuck in front of my laptop all day long. It is not easy to balance work with my life balance, right? With family life. When I'm playing with my kids, I try to be in the moment and forget about work in the moment. It's a best possible way to start my day. It's the best possible way. The number one thing I want to do is I should stock up on basic items. Might as well. My fingers are twinkly.